How goes it? Welcome to the back nine final round.
I think that's a snapback. Those are adjustable.
Yeah.
That's an avoidable error on Barela's part.
Yeah. And this is the Glass Blown Open presented by Dynamic Discs. My name is AJ Risley. To my left, Robert McCall.
Hello.
Hello. And man, yeah, it's windy today. And I don't know. The first thing that catches my eye right off the bat, Chris Dickerson struggling. We got a leaderboard. Anthony Barela is not exactly struggling. He's moving up that leaderboard, tied for third with Ricky Wysocki.
Yeah, he's got just the single blemish on his scorecard with a double bogey 7 on hole 8, converting from circle 2 to get that double bogey.
But then a nice bounce back on hole 9.
Yeah, the only birdie in the cut field. Pretty awesome.
And here we go over to hole 10, 391 feet, playing up and over a gentle slope here. Again, a lot of wind. OB to the right side. There's some OB far left. A little tougher to find that OB, but with this headwind, yeah, you just have to fight through it.
Yeah, like Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
For sure. Even an ace. Maybe not in this wind.
Anthony Barela with a nice line down toward the basket, outside circle 1. And yeah, big shout out to Brian Earhart. Throwing in the ace. If you haven't seen that on the Dynamic Disc Facebook or Instagram, go ahead and check that out, share that, and let's get SC Top 10 hashtag on there. So
yeah,
maybe we can get Brian on SportsCenter
or on Reddit.
Reddit has been blowing up.
He was way up on Reddit. It was sweet.
See a nice safe play from Cale there. It looked like he took A2 off the box.
Yeah, a little more conservative approach. And
Dickerson, come on, man.
Chris with the aggression, trying to turn the tides.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Just flex line. Something that he can count on to get back to the left. And then Calvin playing more of the hyzer flip to hold right the entire way.
Still something fast, though, just like Chris.
I think that's eagle for Heimburg there.
Well, he didn't put it in, so he's going to take a birdie at best.
I think the disc was an Innova Champion eagle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice shot from Cale.
Yep, A2, 3.
Star Wars?
No, I think this is disc golf.
Oh. R2-D2. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, settle down.
An aggressive bid for Barela. Oh, no, that's out of bounds. This is his putt back into the wind for 4.
I don't know if it's just,
just high.
The wind was so strong there. You can obviously hear it. You can see it, but either the cameraman was getting jostled around a little bit or the basket itself. I don't know. Calvin
unable
to
convert.
Left side. Yeah. Chris for birdie. And he needs this. Well,
okay, so Chris is well documented for going through his full putting routine. Every single putt, no matter what. Mm-hmm. You can tell that he caught a lull in the wind because the flag died just a little bit. And he's like, hey, man, I got to throw this in.
Yeah.
Everyone get out of the way.
You're right. Routine schmootine.
I got birdies to get.
Backwards hat.
You rejoined the motorcycle.
Let me back in, guys. I'll get a
motorcycle game for that time. Anyway, okay.
Only if you get a birdie on hole 10, Chris, but we let you back in.
He's in.
Whatever you say, Bill.
All right, moving on.
Yes, please.
Hole 11, 399 feet, big hyzer for our competitors. We've seen a lot of people turning their disc over too much and finding that OB on the right side of the fairway up by the golf green. Then for the guys who don't do that and want to get really aggressive, guess what? OB cart path on the left.
Also, guess what?
Yeah.
The green is very fast.
Yeah, this is playing nearly a half stroke over par for our cut field.
Oh, dang. Back in the game.
Dude, you get the birdie, you're back in the game. Dickerson needs this to get down quick. Yeah, that's OB left. We'll see if he's able to stay in the gang after that.
Doubtful.
I'm pretty sure this is D1 for Cale, asking for it to get down. It's tracking left.
Oh, yeah. That's huge.
Yeah, inside the circle.
This was just a straight headwind, very strong. The whole play is like almost 450 at this point. Calvin taking a huge wide hyzer.
A good result, maybe just outside the circle.
Yeah. And you can even see it from the tee pad, the flag on top of the basket. Whipping.
AB with that super overstable disc. Yeah,
Dang.
that's early left.
I don't know. I think it crossed inbounds up near the basket.
No, it was early left.
Oh. Yeah, well.
Good play up for AB. Not much more to do from there.
Dang, look at all those people back there. What's going on?
There's a big tournament happening this week. Oh. Heimburg's putter gets a full flex flight off of the flag.
Yeah, and that is not a special die job on that putter from Cale. That was upside down.
Wow. Yeah, you can tell how gusty it is. And only 10 players of our cut field got inside Circle 1 in regulation.
Nice. In regulation. Because Chris just got there.
Yeah, but 2 shots.
But OB first.
Yeah, correct. And you can see that for Calvin, about maybe a third of the way between himself and the basket, just immediately dip. Cale in for par. Barela for bogey. And Heimburg, unfortunately, for the 3-putt bogey.
Yeah, that was a good par save by Dickerson.
Those hurt. Hey, speaking of Brian Earhart, did you know he aced this one too? Today. So back-to-back days,
yeah.
aced hole 10, hole 12. Big shout out. Nice shot, lefty.
Yeah, he's crazy.
We got the Melton tree in the middle of the fairway that you have to avoid either on the left or right side. I doubt we'll see any big hyzers. So it's either a flex down the middle or a big forehand or lefty hyzer around the outside. Shortest hole for the MPO field all weekend.
Yeah. Not exactly the easiest, though.
No, playing very uphill, probably closer to 350, 360.
Mm-hmm.
Good angle for Dickerson. I think he's inside circle 2.
I think the tough part about this hole is no matter what, you have to put some kind of angle on the disc. Cale, it's not exactly tough for Cale, but you have to put some kind of angle on the disc, and there's just a lot of wind, so you got to be able to do something to counteract both of those variables.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Nice shot for Calvin. Picking himself up well after that bogey, and then this is tight to the right for AB. Kicks out to the left. I feel like you can see just how windy it is because of the feather flags, the flags on top of the basket, but also look at Dickerson's scorecard at the bottom of the screen. I bet it's been who knows how long since Dickerson has had 6 bogeys or worse in a row. You know, he's kind of the picture of consistency, winning. He's at like a 50% win percentage of PDGA events that he's entered. Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. Wow. He was definitely putting with the tailwind there.
Yeah, no doubt. Now it's a right to left win for AB.
Good hit.
Yes, sir. Cale, best drive of the bunch. This is for birdie.
Back into the headwind.
Nicely done. Those adoring patrons are back.
Yes, they are.
With one excited, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris, you can do it.
Dickerson for par. Oh, no, they only do that for Cale.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Confession time.
Oh, that was AJ. All right, on to hole 13. 394 feet, playing uphill, OB on the right, OB on the left. Pretty much like every hole here at the country club.
Right, correct.
But in order to access the basket, players really have to hang out over the right side of the path at least a little bit. The ones that just kind of ride the path and finish left are usually circle's edge left, putting back at the basket with OB 20 or 25 behind. D1 for Leiviska here. That's safe.
Safe, yeah. But he's going to be about 75 feet out.
Chris starting that flat and almost even turned over.
Whoa.
Getting a huge skip. Wow. That's crazy ground action on a shot like that. This is Heimburg throwing his eagle. That's well judged.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, if you can take something like a fairway driver here that's spinning a little bit slower, you can mitigate some of that skip. And that's exactly what Calvin's done there. Not getting the big flare skip, more just kind of the forward scoot.
Yes.
Technical term, scoot.
Scoot.
Barela ripping over on that overstable disc he's been using for forehands.
Force flex, I like it.
Yeah, that has to be, what do you think that is? A PD2 or Excalibur or something like that?
Something like that.
It's extremely overstable, we know that.
Could just be a very flat Firebird.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true.
Whoa. And that was almost a run there from Chris. Way outside the circle. OB behind the basket. Nice putt.
Barela, nerves of steel as he putts toward the OB there. That's such a scary putt in no wind.
Yes.
Today, terrifying.
Great bird.
And like we said, Calvin judging the speed perfectly and ending up pin high. A little bit less of a scary putt when you're so close. Dickerson in for par, so a couple of pars, couple of birdies. The chase card playing that much better than the average.
Yes.
Moving on to hole 14, 751 feet. With this one, we've seen a lot of forehands down the left side or big hyzers on the right. The closer you are to that right side fence, the more open the hyzer is to approach the basket. The farther on the left side of the fairway that you are, the more open this left side forehand is to you.
Okay.
Calvin, huge hyzer. This has a lot of momentum on it.
Wow. And it's going to ride the wind just perfectly. That's way out there.
Yeah, that's past those trees that you can kind of see in the middle of the fairway, which are like, most people are flying past those in the middle of their second shot.
That was like an easy low 500 feet.
Yes. Barela with a smooth destroyer on forehand.
Smooth. And that's really good.
Past those trees as well.
Yeah, way out there, wide open shot. Cale also going.
Yeah, D1.
A little hyzer.
Walking after it. Looks like he's trying to push this back to the left side into the golf fairway. He's done so.
Mm-hmm. Mango Enforcer. Good choice, Chris.
That is not a Mango Enforcer.
It flew like one.
But it is flying beautifully. See that settle maybe. Well, it was going to settle 20 feet behind Barela.
No.
Now 40
yeah.
feet.
Mango Enforcers do not get that ground play.
Cale D1 on hyzer yet again.
Ooh, catches the fence.
Either rejected or helped by the fence. Not sure if that would have gotten back in bounds or not.
Can't it be both?
It can.
And again, we see Mango PA2 or whatever. No. Okay.
Forehand approach from Barela, trying to keep it under the wind.
Ooh.
That's a good skip and rollover. He's outside circle one, but
he's in bounds.
Yeah, and pin high putting at that basket.
For birdie. Calvin taking the right side. It's a tight line, but overstable enough. Well played.
This is one of the holes that's been playing more difficult in years past, scoring-wise. And this year, because the course has changed so much and the winds are so high, playing as the fourth easiest hole for our cut field. Still playing over par.
Wow.
Dickerson with kind of a safe nose up sort of run. If it gets there, cool. If not, it's just going to be really close. Crosswind for AB.
Interesting.
It looked like he was running that with the intention or the thought that the wind would lift it just a little, and it didn't do that as much.
Not quite. Nice birdie by Calvin. Yep, Zach Melton has arrived.
You recognize that from anywhere.
I saw him, but then once you hear him, then you really know. And man, Cale almost had a spectacular birdie as well from way outside circle one.
Yes, sir.
But he'll drop in for par. -2 on the day. That's doing things.
Yeah, that's incredible on a day like today.
Yeah. Here we go. Hole 15.
This is the
Island
last
fairway.
of the this is the last of the kind of easy holes.
Yes, correct.
Golf OB fairway to the right, golf cart path OB to the left. Have to land safe past the cart path in bounds.
Correct.
Or you go to the drop zone.
Correct. 438 feet, but we are playing into a pretty stiff headwind.
What do you think the effective distance is to reach this basket today?
I'd say at least 500.
Yeah.
At least 5 feet.
Wow. Calvin, no shortage of power, still having to tip that disc up to flat to reach the basket. Most of the time, he would just throw a straight hyzer.
Right.
Easily. Maybe even with a fairway driver, to be honest.
And with this wind, it might be playing closer to 550. Who knows?
AB's back with a hat catching, proving that he is a multi-tool athlete.
Right, like you said about Cale on the first hole, AB is also an athlete.
Oh, definitely.
This is a D1 from Cale, as you can see from that nice large print.
Yeah, he needs a big skip here. And big skip he has not gotten.
To the drop zone.
This is D1 for Dickerson as well. Much lower direct route.
Finds a skip.
Yeah, really conducive for getting that skip off the short grass.
Okay. 50-ish
Yep.
feet away. I'm sure there's people out there. I'm sure there's someone out there watching, and if I just said 50-ish, they're like, sorry, what?
Pardon me, what? 50-ish feet. Yeah, I think that's A3 from the drop zone for Cale.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, when you got the hot hand, you might as well take the shot.
Yeah, that's kind of a heat check. Like, hey, do I have this?
And there are a few people behind the basket.
Yeah, look at this gallery that's gathered out here. You can see that they're watching. A lot of them are watching the lead card on 14's fairway, which is adjacent here. But you can see a lot of them turn around out of respect because the lead card was kind of standing down for these guys to putt. The gallery was huge out here. Incredible stuff. Certainly the biggest I've ever been a part of.
A lot of people.
Cale's going to be in for birdie.
Bogey.
That's what I said. Do not check the tape on that.
We are using SD cards.
All right. Over to hole 16. This starts the extremely difficult stretch here. 16, 17, 18, 383 feet. Certainly the signature hole at the country club. If you want to land the island, you really only have about 15 or 20 feet that you can hit and have the disc check up and stay safe. If it lands on the flat top of the green, you're gone.
Yeah.
Every OB shot goes to the drop zone. So we've seen a lot of layups, and we've seen even more drop zone shots.
And I think players are going to be a little more aggressive today because we got a tailwind going from the right to the left.
Yep.
And unfortunately, it doesn't pick up Calvin's discs, and he is wet.
Yeah, this is playing as our third most difficult hole today. 3.84 scoring average.
Get there.
AB needing that to... It's safe. It's good.
He did it. Nice.
Yeah, there's not a painted line up there, so anything touching any sort of land is safe.
Surrounded by water is out of bounds.
Dickerson with a good-looking line if it just has the ability to stop. That's perfect.
Wow.
Now, okay, in years past, he's 15 feet, 18 for a birdie with the basket in the middle of the green. With it moved back over to the right, I would kind of be shocked if Dickerson runs that putt because there's water no farther than 18 feet. Oh, that's the worst. When you lay up and it goes OB, that feels bad, man.
Okay.
Spotter, yeah. Pro spotter move there. You don't want to make a call unless it's 100% for sure. He's going to let the group decide.
No.
Unfortunately for Cale, that one is 100% for sure. He's playing from the drop zone again. This will be his 5th, and that's an extremely uncharacteristic mistake for Cale.
And this is a provisional.
Yeah, Rhino approach for Heimburg.
100% inbounds.
Yes, no doubt on that one.
And Cale definitely has to take this.
Yeah, no doubt on that one as well.
Yep.
So this looks like an upside-down layup, yeah, for Barela.
Well done.
Not much more to do from there. I mean, if you hit metal,
Yeah.
you could even still get to the water.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, you could, if you hit metal, you could also...
You could also make it, which
Yeah.
would be cool.
Good
So
putt.
Calvin does get his spot from his first drop zone shot and converts for his bogey.
Yeah, he was really just doing that provisional just to
Yeah, just to be safe, speed of play.
speed of play. Yeah. Just so he doesn't have to check it, walk back, throw again.
Yeah, that's going to be the triple bogey 6 for Cale. And I like that Jomez has chosen an extremely ugly color because you never want to see it on your scorecard. Kind of light brown tan. Nacho Libre likes it. The rest of us don't. Moving on to hole 17. 4.93 scoring average, playing as the second most difficult hole. OB all down the tall grass side on the left, and then golf fairway, golf green on the right. New basket for us over to the right side, which means that your second shot, unless you crush your drive, has to carry so much OB to land safe and give you a shot at that birdie 3.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get a good drive off, and then you have to throw an even more difficult second shot.
Definitely. Yeah, the drive is the more, I'd say the more important of the two to get you into position, but the more technical and more difficult is the second, without a doubt. It's just a bit high for Dickerson, but through those branches, that's going to take 3 out of play, but he can get maybe not an easy 4, but 4 is very much still in play. Calvin with a low line drive flipping up to the right.
Whoa. He got a lot of bounce, and
Yeah, that's crushed. That's going to be almost like an open hyzer for him to the basket. That's a rarity here on hole 17.
mm-hmm. Yes. Nice shot right up the middle.
That's the sort of stuff you're used to seeing from Cale. Just consistent play, right down the center, never really a chance to get in trouble. He's had a little bit of a tough day today, but yeah, Cale's been in the sport a long time. Thrown a bunch of incredible, just super consistent shots.
Speaking of incredible shots.
Yeah, just I say that about Dickerson having a 3 out of play. He puts it about 60 feet out. Barela attacking with that forehand.
Finds a tree and
Yeah, but that's safe.
short, yeah, but safe. He should be able to get up and down for par, which is good on this particular
Yeah,
hole.
picking up, on average, pretty much a stroke on the field. Wow. I didn't realize Cale's drive had gotten up that far. That is nuts.
Yeah, I guess you get up far enough and you can take a slow Anheuser.
Yeah, there was only 5 people inside Circle 1 in regulation today. Cale's one of them. Calvin is another of them. Yeah, that Calvin's drive did all the work for him there. He just had an open hyzer with that Firebird up to the basket.
Yeah, and those flags are ripping. Well, the wind is ripping. Those flags are still intact.
But moving along with the wind.
Yeah.
Great approach for Barela there.
Wow, no.
What a great run and a super unfortunate roll away. And you don't see Dickerson 3-putt hardly ever. Once again, just a testament to how difficult this wind is playing. Cale obviously playing for that little nose-up rise into the basket with the headwind. Doesn't get the rise whatsoever. Calvin, casual birdie. one of only 3 on the day, Calvin Heimburg, Colton Montgomery, and a Peter
McBride.
Peter McBride.
I played with 2 of those 3.
Oh, nice. So you're depressed when you when you saw their scores here.
They smoked me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And speaking of Anheuser, thank you Anheuser-Busch for the feather banners. Just had to get that in there.
Yeah, thank
Hole
you,
18.
So we've gone third most difficult, second most difficult. 18 is no slouch. Sixth most difficult for our competitors. A lot of guys playing that layup to the FPOT and then just playing a hyzer out over the water to this green that runs left to right down toward the water. Obviously OB behind the basket. And if that wasn't enough, elevated basket.
Sloping green.
In the wind.
Out of bounds. Circle's edge. We got it all here at the Emporia Country Club.
Whoa. Calvin, with the ill-advised water skip play, you're going to want to actually land it on the land if you want to stay in bounds. Guaranteed. Although, I mean...
It was a good result.
Calvin went to school for engineering, so he probably knew that out of the gate.
Yeah. Some players manufacture shots on a hole like this, where it's not exactly
right
cut and dry. Calvin engineers shots.
That's right.
He engineers the flight path.
I love this play from Cale. That looked like either a putter or a pretty slow mid-range.
It's a putter.
Just big Anheuser. These guys making this hole look pretty easy. That's an unfortunate spot for Dickerson, as there's lots of mud underneath his feet for this approach. It's dried up a little since earlier in the week, but still not fun to plant off of.
Okay.
Yeah, good result.
Decent result. Good skip.
Heimburg at 11 under, needing this to tie up with AB on the day. And I would be shocked if he runs that.
Interesting. I'm hoping that he runs that.
Same here. Towering hyzer for AB, skipping just behind the basket. That's 25 feet. Uphill, headwind, slight left to right for his birdie 3.
Yeah, he's not exactly close.
No, but he is charging up the leaderboard to try and claim one of those spots in the Rainwater Raz round. That is a fun side event that we're doing here at the GBO, but there are big implications on the line. $1,000 to each of the players who win in that. One FPO player, one MPO player. Well, what do I know? Calvin does run it. Unfortunately, ends up... I believe that's out of bounds, but we didn't see the graphic. Chris just choosing to lay up. Same for Cale. I don't blame either of them. Maybe Heimburg was safe. And just slow. Regular size basket that probably hits the band. Ooh. AB converts for birdie.
Great putt. Better catch.
That's going to cap off a round of 2 under for AB. That's going to tie Ricky Wysocki for the second hot round of the day, with Colton Montgomery being the only player to best them, shooting 3 under on the day. Only 3 other people at even. Everyone else over par on this last day of competition.
Yeah, I think you said it earlier. Like a par on most holes felt good in this wind. I mean, you can tell the wind is still howling. So
we finish up Dickerson slipping back a little bit, finishing at 7 under par. Heimburg and Cale Leiviska ending up in a tie for 5th, 9 under par. AB moving up into that 4th spot.
Yeah.
Claiming his spot in the Raz round. We got the spoiler-free scoreboard on the right side.
Yeah. Thank you, JomezPro, for that.
Yeah, you got to check out the lead card coverage to see who comes out on top here and who claims those top 4 spots.
Yeah. Subscribe. Click the links for the lead card final round. And thanks again for listening to the Steel Series on JomezPro.
Yeah, we appreciate you joining us. And, AJ, you're a pretty nice guy. Not a really nice guy.
All right, bye.